My husband and I haven't been on any dates since I gave birth to our baby, 7 Mo. I had PPD, might still, and I was really isolated for a lot of my pregnancy and pretty much the entire time since the baby has been here. I'm alone for at least 16 hours a day, and when my husband is home, we have about a half hour to an hour before he goes to sleep for work, and during that time, he soaks up as much baby time as possible, which is understandable. We have sex, but that's just about as far as it goes, and some weeks he works 7 days a week. He literally busts his ass for us, and I do appreciate it so much. I really do. I'm just feeling really alone is all. So I communicated that to him a week ago, and he said he was going to make time for me and that he would borrow his buddy's boat and bring me out while his mom watched the baby for the day. I was stupid excited. So, the day before yesterday he came home from work early to bring me out shopping to grab stuff we needed, as he planned it for the next day, yesterday. We bought food, the essentials, and he told me to pick out a fishing pole because his plan was to bring me fishing for the entire day. I had been asking to go for 3 years, but we never had time. He doesn't even like fishing, so I asked if he was sure, and he specifically said, "Yes, this is for you. You need it, so I'm going to make it happen." I went to bed so excited. Could hardly sleep. We headed out around 8 a.m. the next day. At first everything was good. We launched the boat and start heading off. We are talking and laughing, which hasn't happened in so long. Around 9:30 he pulls off to the sandbar, and I'm a little confused because you can't go fishing here. But that's when I noticed we were pulling up on 4 other boats. His friends, co-workers, and their children. About 9 other people. I asked him what we were doing, and he said, well, I told them we were going out on the boat and they wanted to join us. I asked for how long, because he told me he was bringing me fishing and this was a day for us, and he says, well, I figured I would bring you fishing before we leave for the day. I was immediately disappointed. For hours I sat in the same spot, watching my husband talk to everyone else or just sat along while he followed these guys to random locations, all beach, where you can't fish. Then they all start drinking. They offered me some, but I was just defeated at this point, maybe 1 to 2 p.m. I asked my husband to bring me back to shore. He said, wait, no, why? I didn't answer him. He then goes, no, babe, I will bring you fishing, we can leave right now. So I said, no thanks, I don't want to be here. He brought me back to shore in silence, where I already had someone waiting to pick me up. He asks why I am leaving with them and that he could drive me home and leave with me. I said, no, it's fine. Go hang out. You obviously need it. And left. He came back 40 minutes later and was irritated. He was apologizing, but at this point you just tell that he was angry, so it was more snappy and exasperated than anything. Says that he figured I would appreciate socializing, since I never do. I told him this was never about my lack of social life but my lack of spending time with him, and I had told him that when I had talked to him about it a week ago. So he did this for him, not me. So he said, yup, sorry I fucked up your day, and left to go get the baby. When he came back he didn't say much of anything to me, and when he left for work this morning he just said, see you later. Ida? And for the record, he literally works on the water all day every day with the guys that he invited. So every single day is a boat day and hangout day for them, because they only have, at most, 4 jobs a day, and most of the time it's just him hanging out on a boat, waiting for a call. He often jokes that he gets a 2 fare cow, say when he's working, it's social hour with all his good friends. ETA, I'm honestly growing tired of repeating this, so I'm just going to make it known that my social life is not the problem in this equation. I have friends and I see them as often as I want/need to. My problem is with my husband and I not connecting. We do not speak, kiss, nothing. The point of the trip was to reconnect as a couple, not have me socialize with a bunch of drunks. For the record, there was only one woman there. A woman that quite happily gets tossed around the group, who has zero interest in conversing with me. I have no desire to hang out with small children either. My husband knows this. I did try to talk to people there. I was spoken over, several times.